Hello, hello, hello.
Hey,
Hello, my darlings.
how's it
Um,
going?
it's going good. Yeah. Um, so Emmy is running late. So we are going to do a 25-minute sprint just to start us off, and give Amy a little bit more time to get here. We will just play it by ear and see what happens. We're
Works for
easy
me.
breezy. But we will be talking about Beartown by Fredrik Backman, and I'm so
Yeah.
excited. Ah! Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, hey.
So I'm really excited to hear everyone's thoughts because I feel like there's going to be a decent amount of discussion, I think, for this one.
I hope
People have
so. I hope so.
people have
Yeah.
thoughts and feelings and emotions and
Yes. Plenty of feelings and emotions to be had.
hello.
Hey, girl. Hey.
So I'm very excited. But yeah, like I said, Amy's running a bit late, so we thought we'd just do a little sprint. And I made the mistake of downloading RuneScape on Ash's tablet, so
Oh,
I'm 3 balls deep in RuneScape
that's
again, which is
fun.
always a fun time for me. I'm living my best life.
Good.
So um, yeah, I'll probably just play that and watch some YouTube while we go. So
Sounds magical.
what do you think you'll get up to?
I'm gonna sit here and read Cersei for a little bit. I've been working on that
Nice.
for TBR Trek.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank
Are you
you.
enjoying it?
Um, yeah, so far I'm not very familiar with the mythology, so like I've been having to look up how to pronounce a lot of names because
Yeah.
the audio is like I have the audio on hold in my library, but it's gonna be a while, so I'm just like I'm just gonna start the old fashioned way here.
I'm like trying to remember who's in Cersei for because there's a lot. There's a lot of Issuses.
Yeah, it's like Cersei and Glaucus, and Cersei's dad is Helios, and
Mm.
I don't remember who her grandmother is. I don't know. There's all
Yeah.
kinds of there's like a
There's lots.
Percy's, and then her
Yeah.
mother is like I don't know. It looks like Perse, like Perse. I couldn't find a proper pronunciation for that one, but
Cersei's. I just need to see it in front of me because I'm like, what?
yeah, her granddad is Oceanos. I don't know. And
Yeah. Um, I'd say you're probably right with it being because
just
it's
Perse.
like Perseus is Perseus. Perseus would be
Well,
the
and some people
full
said it's like an abbreviated form of like Persephone, so they say it like Persa.
Perse.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That sound like even in my head it sounds weird, so I'm just like
Yeah.
Perse. It's Perse.
Purse. It's purse. That's fair. That's completely fine. Tara's going to be reading Queen of Shadows. And
I bet you do. I bet you do. I actually skipped one. So yeah, this is my second chocolate.
Very good. Leanna's listening to Anne's House of Dreams.
What's that?
Is that one of the? That's not Anne of Green Gables.
Hi, babe. Hi. Hi. What you doing? Let me say hello.
I was correct. Wait, no. Yes, I was correct. It's one of the Anne of Green Gables.
Oh, I love Anne. But I haven't read any more than the first book. I should though, because I really those are very like comforting reads to me.
I'm pretty sure I've read the whole series. Yeah, they're they're like behind the Ashley Postons behind the fan.
Okay. That's awesome.
Ooh, I have guesses about which chocolate that could be too. I bet we picked the same ones, Tara. I just submitted for that one today and am on to my next pick.
Why do I have a cat hair in my mouth?
Why did I, for some reason, forget that chocolate was the mid-month challenge and
thing.
Genuinely thought you had like different kinds of chocolates that you were experimenting with?
Oh yeah, it's a new game. It's a new
PR
game I came up with. Yeah. What are you doing? Why are you being a ham?
I was watching Julia's reading last night, and they put out a video like last month that was Taskmaster controls their reading.
Oh.
And she got her partner to design a memory game, and she had to remember the sequence of the books that showed up on the screen. So it'd be one book and then 1, 2, and then 1, and depending on how high she scored was what books she would be at. Like her top pick was the highest score, and then down. And I was saying to Ash, I was like, I need you to do this when I get decision paralysis. And see, because I have the memory of a goldfish, so this will be pretty funny. So she got like 14 in a row correct before she forgot what book it was.
That's wild. And so is it the one that she can't remember that she has to read, or is it like the last one that she did remember?
It's how it how many points she scored. The books were ranked. So like, say I wanted to read Beartown the most, that would be it. But if you score between 13 and 15 points,
I see.
Which is 13 to 15 books in the sequence, you remember it.
Okay.
And then if you got like 10 to 12 in the sequence, then it was the next one. And then that's how it decided which book.
I gotcha.
Yeah. I thought that was really clever.
So were the books that she wanted to read like in the sequence at all, or they were?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like, here's the TBR list. This is the order of what I want to read to what I don't want to read out of this, and then create your pattern.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I was on the walking pad and I was trying to explain it to Ash, and he's like, I'm so confused. I was like, the memory sequence game with the colors where you go blue. Then you have to remember that it's blue, orange. And then you have to remember that it's blue, orange, yellow. And he's like, oh, that. I was like, yeah, but you have to make me a PowerPoint.
That's what he said?
That's what I said to him, because you got to do it so like it flashes up on the screen and then goes to a white page, and then the next one flashes up. And then you got to, So I was like, if I ever get decision paralysis, which is often, I could do that instead.
Number one today when I was trying to decide my lunch.
Yeah, that's me with lunches every day. I despise having to think about what I'm going to eat for lunch. Ash is easy. He's autistic as shit. I just make him a cheese and Vegemite sandwich and he's happy.
Yeah. I'm like that with my breakfast. It's either like toast, like seed bread with hummus and everything bagel seasoning, or it's seed bread with avocado and everything bagel seasoning. But it's like, it's one or the other.
Yeah. I'm like, I will have the same cereal every day. Mm-hmm. That's fine. But I can't do sandwiches. Sandwiches just bore me. Anyway, so I'm currently on like a 4-day cycle between 2 lots of different soups and then 2 like pre-made meals from Woolies or something. So
that works.
It's working for now.
Whatever works.
Yes. Okie dokie. Well, do we want to dive in and we'll wait to see when?
Yeah, hopefully our girl makes it home. Yep.
I'm gonna shrink that. There we go.
Hi, Katie.
And then as she hasn't messaged it, so that's all good.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Well, enjoy 25 minutes, and we'll see you in a little bit.
See you.
Hello.
Hi. How's
I
it
know
going?
I was falling asleep there.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
oh, don't
Hey,
you
hi,
start
hi,
that
hi.
yawn and stuff.
I was, I was, I was seriously falling asleep. We're here. We're here. Are we all
We're
ready?
here.
We're
We're ready.
ready. We're ready.
So ready.
I
I
love that we
am.
all have different editions.
I am getting ready to have a thunderstorm here. So if my internet
Oh,
quits, you carry on without
yeah.
me. Hopefully not.
Okay.
But
Okay. Well, then let's just get into it.
let's just get into it.
I guess we always start with our ratings and our thoughts,
Yes, ratings
our
and
basic
overall
thoughts,
thoughts.
overall thoughts.
Tara said, "Hey."
Hello.
I don't want to go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I give it 5 stars. Easy 5 stars. Loved it.
I knew that.
Loved it. Love his characters so much. Ready? I'm actually looking forward to reading the next one.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
All the stars. Heartbreaking, but so good.
Alicia's
5
coming.
stars. I hate and love that you all made me push her and read it when I didn't think I would have liked it.
I love
Wasn't
you.
that
I
fun?
hate you.
I know. That was so fun because she was not having it
I know.
No.
at first.
I know.
I'm so happy though. Because so it was hilarious. So I realized I gave this 4 stars originally.
Oh, really?
And I said to Ash, what in the holy crack was I on? But I realized what it was. It was because I'm not a sports person. I can't deal with sports being the primary focus. I was so bored initially because it's just sports. And that's where it was a 4 star. And like the blue was the original. The green's this time.
I can't even really tell the difference.
Yeah,
I can a little bit. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I see it.
Wow. A lot more green now.
Llama.
I can't stop yawning. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, no.
I know.
Really, my brain needs oxygen.
Breathe, Amy. Breathe. So did you give it 5 stars this time around, Paige? Okay. So I gave it 4.
That's fair.
I
can't
really
talk.
liked
I
it.
gave it 4 the first time as well.
Like, I can acknowledge that it's quality writing. Like, I was impressed the whole time about how he captures like the human experience and puts these like profound things into words that I don't think I would be able to do it. So yeah, he gets all the points for that. Just like, I don't know. Overall, I just felt it didn't give me that very like satisfied feeling, I guess.
I think that's what you said. You said like it just didn't give you 5-star vibes, which I get that because I've definitely had books where I really liked them and on paper I should have loved them beyond all, and they were good and I still gave them like a 4 or 4.5, but they just didn't give me the vibes, like the exact vibes I need for a 5-star.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
totally.
I imagine I'm still going to have a lot to say. So
Alicia said I should have started tapping way before I actually did. That was the same because, like, for my initial, I had 5 blue tabs in this much of the book initially, and then we ramp up and I have more. But with the green this time round, Like
Yeah.
there were so many points before it that I started tabbing this time because I knew, and I was like, oh shit. Like getting to do the reread was amazing because I got to see all the pieces that I knew you guys weren't. Like some people will still pick up on more stuff, you know, just different readers read differently, but like I hadn't picked up on it, and so then I was reading it and I was like, oh no, this is gonna hurt.
So when you go through and tab the second time, do you tab, like, if the same passage hit you again the second time, do you tab it again the second time or not?
No, I just start crying instead.
Okay. You just only tab new stuff that hits you.
Because my old tabs still stand. And I don't need to like go over it. So yeah. But I decided to do it in a different color because I thought that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But I'm also like scared because this is my Us Against You.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a lot of tabs.
So if I put any other colors in this, I'm going to be concerned. And I was reading this during Supper-a-thon, so I never actually tabbed the winners. I took like photos of everything, but I just forgot to go back in and do it. So that's going to be whenever we get to that. But like, there's not blank space.
No. You can't like anything else. You can't be interested or enjoy anything else about that book.
No, absolutely not. Not possible.
You obviously enjoyed it to the maximum the first time. Oh, no. Yeah. Buckle up.
Leanna gave it 5 stars in 2021. Sandy gave it 5 stars. Tara didn't tab it all when I first read, but went crazy with the tabbing this time. Yeah.
Sandy, were you still reading it today?
Or
were you just going back over the comments today?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. I noticed that and I was like, oh.
Just curious.
Sorry, I did it again.
Amy.
Okay, so that first chapter.
That first chapter, I thought that was a great first chapter. Look at it. I'm going to be honest. Yeah. The whole time, I thought it was the best friend that did it. That was. I
kind of started thinking that too, but I didn't think that the whole time. But yeah.
Do you say it Anna or Anna?
It's
how does the audiobook say it?
Anna, I think.
Anna.
Which I think would make more sense.
The whole time, I thought it was Anna who pulled the trigger.
Sandy finished it today.
Sandy, you're a rock star. You're amazing.
Nice job, Sandy. I just wasn't sure. Yeah, well, especially when Maya started, like, really paying close attention to what Anna's like dad's, and then I was like, okay, but that seems too obvious, right? Or like that can't be it. That can't. You know, it's too obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, it was her, but like, it could. Mm-hmm. I didn't think it could be what we thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? Like,
it wasn't really.
No, it wasn't.
Because we thought somebody died. Whole time, we thought somebody died.
Put the gun to someone else's head and pulled the trigger, but it didn't say, you know, put the gun to their head.
It was really genius. It was such a good hook, and yeah, it was pretty good.
And then it just goes on. I like at first with the bang, 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 bang. Like that would have been a great thing to hear in the audiobook. Did they actually do the like fop, 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 fop?
They say it.
Bang, bang, bang. That would have been cool if it was like the
actually hearing the hockey puck. Like,
but what I like about that is you don't initially know that it's the hockey puck.
Right. Yes, you're right.
So, yeah, it's like if we're talking about the gun and pulling the trigger, and then we immediately start the next chapter with bang, 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 bang.
Yes, you're right. No, you're right.
And speaking of waiting for the death, like at one point we also thought Zachariah wasn't that his name? Zachariah?
Yeah, that he was going to commit
Zacharias.
suicide. Oh yeah, that was
Zacharias?
horrifying.
Yeah, we thought he was
Yeah.
gonna.
And he was just a sweet little potato.
I know.
Yeah.
It was the characters were so good in this because I loved how you had like what was his name, Bobo. He was the biggest bully, he was a total jackass, and then throughout the story his character arc is such a like a beautiful character arc. He ends up being like one of my favorite characters overall. I mean, I love all the other characters, don't get me wrong, the characters you're supposed to like, but I really liked him because I just felt like his journey was such a positive one, coming from one of those kids that you're like, oh, those are the kind of kids you're like, oh, they're not going to make it ever. They're never going to go anywhere. They're not going to be anything. They're not, and you definitely wouldn't have thought of him being one of the most honorable kids.
He actually wound up being a Mott's Benji. Like in my mind, that's how it wound up.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you know you have a nice looking cock?
It was so cute.
That conversation with his dad.
So awkward. His dad was like, oh God.
I mean,
like, no, I want to wait till I like really love somebody. That was just like, it was
so cute.
Like the last thing you expect from him.
I was like, how dare you be this adorable? Oh, that's terrible. I mean, and that's how I feel about kids, though, because I deal with some pretty difficult kids, and I have dealt with difficult kids, and it's not always just that. It's not always that simple. And every person has unique aspects of their personalities, and they, they're different ways for different reasons. And you get to see it a lot, in childhood, because emotions tend to be so much more out there and drastic, and but like I love that. I love when you can see the various sides of people. And then in this, with the kids, I'm just like, that's because there is more to people than just that they're a bully, or just that they're this or that. I think that's what I love about Fredrik Backman so much, is he forces you to look at all those other sides. Even when you hate somebody, he still forces you to look at all the other sides.
Yeah.
I think what gets me is this time I tabbed so many parenting passages, right? And like, not being a parent, I have no intention. Like, I was surprising myself while I was doing it. And then I just had the thought then, and I go, shit, he's a fucking genius. I was tabbing it because the parents were how the kids reacted. Lint's mum was a fucking yay! I will go to hell with her on my pitchfork. I swear to holy fuck. But Bobo's mum was like, no, we have to do the right thing. And she raised the good kid.
Yes.
Lint's mum was a fucking dick shit of a motherfucker, and Lit became the head of the mob.
I was saying it light in my head the whole time. Lit. It's lit.
I'm listening to it on 3 times speed. I have no idea.
You're right, and that shows how big of an influence your environment, your parents have on you as a kid. Like, they see what you're doing, they hear what you're doing, they learn from, not like, and that's not fully true, they learn from outside, like school and classmates and stuff like that, but family and your home life has a big influence on just the life you experience. And
I will say, oh, sorry.
No, I say, and we saw that in those cases.
I will say that not all of the parenting, the quotable like parenting passages, like hit for me. I was kind of like, I felt kind of like skeptical about it, like, because I found it different from my own experience. Like, I couldn't always relate to what he was,
put it down,
what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
I think also, given the current situation that I'm going through, I resonated a lot with, like, when my dad was just asking, what can I do? And she's just like, love me. That's all I need you to do. Like, ha, hey, 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 hey. Because that's the thing. As a kid, when you go through those situations, you know that your parent wants to burn down the ground for you. They will do anything. They'll ride and die and kill for you. But in that moment, what you need them to do is just continue to love you. And that's where it was also like, and like when she described like her mum being the wolf and she's got the blood of the wolf in her, I'm like, that's my mum and I. So that's where it was just like, oh, on the flip side of the parenting thing, because I was seeing myself like applied as Maya, not as Kira or Peter.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's where I highlighted some of this because I was just like, oh.
The wolf reference made me think of Realm of the Elderlings, like
yeah.
Night Eyes, and my dad too. It made me think of my dad too.
Oh.
Like the whole "we are pack" thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's cute. Yeah. I wonder if and this may not be true. It may just because of different aspects when it comes to parenting and what happens within your life with your children, and everybody's situation is different. But I also wonder like how much cultural difference makes in this type of book with stuff like that, because I also was thinking it felt very, it's Sweden and Sweden has a bit of a different culture than ours, but everything felt very true to a westernized culture with this. Like I felt like this could have been set in the US. You know what I mean? Like there was times I had to remind myself that this is a translated book and that it was not set in the US.
I couldn't figure out where it was set. Like
Sweden.
Yeah.
Because they did mention the big city. What was it?
Yeah.
Zurich.
Okay.
It's an fictional town, but that's the thing. I feel like, I don't know.
When they calling it like Het or something, like head. Something with an H?
Yeah, head.
H-E-D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
head. Yeah.
I feel like I see a lot of like, that's the thing though. I don't have a hockey town. I don't have snow. Australia does not have that sort of thing. But the mentality of it, I could see in rural and small town Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew that sort of philosophy and like, ours isn't hockey, it's footy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, our towns run on footy, but thank God, not the town that I live in. But like that is the sport that is Australia's hockey, essentially.
Yeah.
So I know that like the football clubs get away with absolute monstrosity of behaviors. So for me, I just contextualize it as like that version of Australia, even though I know it was set in Sweden and it was hockey, but I knew that the sentiments applied across.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was interesting though, because it just didn't feel like I didn't notice a lot of the differences in the culture, considering, I felt like I could recognize that here in the US easily.
Tara said she kept thinking it was set in Canada. Knew it was Sweden, but still kept thinking it was Canada. And Sandy felt it was set in a small town in Alaska. I wonder if the nuance of the language, like what they ended up changing, if they did make it more westernized when translating it into English.
I'd be curious. Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know. I can't read Swedish. Yeah. Actually, I could ask Charlotte from Clumsy Charlotte. She's, I think, read the series in Swedish.
Oh, and see if it's actually like if they've changed a bit of the vibe, almost the vibe or the way they translate it, so it doesn't feel so different. And I don't know. Yeah, I just thought it was something that was interesting. I was like, I definitely kept forgetting that this was a translated work and that it was from Sweden, because it felt like it wasn't that much culturally. It wasn't that much different.
Yeah. Dara said I probably kept thinking Canada because of watching a documentary recently about Canada junior hockey crap that happened. Oh dear.
So you're like, this is too close to home.
Alicia also said, I love Maya's family and how they stood behind her, even her brother. That was so cute.
Her brother was
I
sweet.
loved Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah. He honestly, I was a little nervous at first with Leo when I was like, how is he going to respond? Because he loved hockey so much.
Here goes the cat.
And he's
He doesn't like the weather.
and he's also at that age where, you know, he was at that age where kids start kind of getting a little, you know, they don't want to hang out with their sisters and that kind of thing. And I could see him being worried about his image at school and stuff like that. But he stood by her from the beginning. He did not care. He loved his sister, and that's all that mattered to him. And I just thought, and I loved his he loved his family. I was just like, just so proud of him. Honestly, just so proud of that kid.
Leanna also thought some of the parenting quotes and reflections were universal. Makes sense. Parenting is a very unique experience.
Yeah, I think that, and I think that's just true, right? It's just different for everybody, and yet there's something that's similar in all of it, but then there's definitely different ideals and the ways of going about things.
Oh, what did you say, buddy? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what was interesting was the adults in this story, you know? Because ultimately this was a story about kids. You know, it was supposed to be. It wasn't, but it was supposed to be a story about kids. But it really was like the adults took, I don't know, there's just so much selfishness from the adults. They tried to they took the stage, really, is what they did, and took the focus off the kids and put it on themselves, and made what their wants and desires more important than anything, including the well-being of the kids. And that just is so depressing. But I feel like it's so true to life.
Except soon.
Mm-hmm.
Soon just cared about smelling the cherry blossom trees.
He was like, okay, actually at this point I'm okay with retiring. It's probably for the best. Things aren't looking so good over there.
Yeah.
Now he's going to have to bring his puppy to hockey practice.
It's how it is in kids' adult sports world. I really resonated with this book as a mum of a sports kid. Yeah. And that's the thing, like I used to play netball as a kid, and I remember seeing the what are they called? We have a particular term for them, and I can't remember what it is. But basically, they're sideline parents that are like screaming at the kids how to fucking play when they're like 8, and it's like
they're just kids.
They're kids. They're kids.
Yeah. And that's overwhelming, you know. It can be. I bet it can be extremely overwhelming for the kids, and there's a lot of pressure there, which we saw. This book was a pressure time bomb. I loved how it built the pressure. I loved it. It was so good.
I forgot to breathe in a couple of spots. I was just like, oh no! And like the thing about Backman, which I've learned, is if you start laughing, you're gonna cry like 6 minutes later. And now I'm scared every time I even start chuckling.
You're like, oh no, stop.
Stop it. Don't laugh. Don't show emotion. Don't let him know you're weak. But yeah. Because you start off so slow as well. Like, you're just going about, and then you hit this point, and you're like, the vibes have shifted. We started off with this line. So we've just been cruisy bruisey learning about this town, and like the vibes are just chilling. And then all of a sudden we're like, the vibes are no longer easy breezy beautiful cover girl. I'm now starting to get scared. And then it happens. And you're like, what the fuck was that? My soul. And look, it's not any easier reading it the second time round. Like, I was saying to Ash, I went to type in the chat saying, well, this didn't hurt any less the second time round. And I said to him, I didn't end up sending it because it felt like a lie. Because whilst it still hurt the same, I didn't have the shock.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, still in pain, but I wasn't like completely sideswiped. Whereas the first time I had no idea. And like the visual description of it is really intense.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're there in the room. It's not just this is the thing that happened. And now the town's divided. It's you know she's struggling.
Yeah.
And I had that little bit more of a shield going in. I was like, the party started and I'm like, I'm gonna just defend my heart.
I can prepare for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I was prepared for it because I knew that was a factor within the book.
I've lied to Ash because he wanted to figure out what it was, because I was talking about Alicia's comment of it being like better to go in completely blind. Mm-hmm. And so I made mention to that to Ash, and he was like, well, you've told me about it. It's about a gay guy. I was like, yes, it is. Let's go with that. And he's like, yeah. Or one of them, he gets raped or something. And I'm like, let's go with that. We'll keep you thinking that, because this is going to be fun to watch.
When's he going to watch it or read it?
He's going to read it while we're in Bali.
Oh, no.
What?
Yeah. But
no.
We have to get him another copy.
You just want to read your tabbed one?
No. And I said to him, I'm happy for him to read it, but I don't want him to take him out of the story, which I feel like it would. So
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. We're gonna have to. Whoopsie. But yeah, so I'm so excited to see how that shapes for him.
Yeah.
I know, I'm a delight.
Yeah.
What a sweetheart. This.
Well, I was thinking about Peter and what was the mom's name? I already forgot. Kira.
Yeah.
I really felt so bad for those two because they approach their helplessness in different ways and they have very different personalities. But just seeing the absolute, not hopelessness, helplessness. Sorry, I didn't mean to say hopelessness. The helplessness those two felt. I can't even imagine, but I can imagine, like it just was devastating. Just devastating to see the reality hit both of them. And in some ways slowly, because, they realized it, but they didn't really, it took time for them to really realize like the depth of their sorrow and not being able to protect their daughter. And then also, they had lost another child. These two people, I just want to be happy parents who bring their kids along. And I know this happens. I know that people have to face devastating situations like this with their children, with their parents, but like, it just was so sad to watch that devastation like take over these two. And then also seeing how they had to still try to keep themselves up for their kids, like, and try to figure out how to be better for their kids as well. Like, it was just so sad. It's just so sad. Like, I mean, it's the kind of crime that is so selfish and it affects so many. And it affects so many for so long. It's not easily solvable. It's not, it's just one thing that somebody does that can have lifetime implications. And it's just so, for many people, like, it's just so sad. And that's my thoughts. So sad.
That's the thing, it was. And that, I think that's where it hit a lot harder, because, that they would do anything for their kids.
Yeah. And that Maya felt she had to be so strong for them.
Yeah.
And that women feel they have to be strong in these situations. And they feel like they have no power. And Maya was like, I expected these kind of things to happen. I just never actually realized they'd happen to me. Like, that happens to so many people, you know? And that is such a burden to place unwantingly and unwillingly on somebody else.
I think in those moments, it was like, right now, Kevin has only hurt me, but if I talk, I'll be letting him hurt everyone I love as well. I can't handle that. And of all the feelings inside of them, guilt will be the greatest because of the unimaginable cruelty she showed towards the people who loved her the most. Like, fuck you, Backman!
It's so bleak.
And because it happened to Maya, it should be her story. It should be hers. But when you do tell the truth and you are in such a small town, it does. It ripples into everyone else. And she knew that she didn't want to have to handle that in that moment. She just wanted to get through. But then seeing that he could then go on and hurt other little girls, that was the linchpin for her.
Yeah.
When she started destroying the evidence, I was like, this girl has obviously never watched Law and Order SVU. Like,
You're like,
what is she doing right now? Like, she had him. Like,
yeah.
I guess she
knew that she didn't think she was going to. She was never going to come clean about it because she didn't want to hurt anyone else. For her,
I'm just like, why do we have our people then? Like, why do we have our people if something bad like that can't happen to us and we can't like, she was deciding their reaction for them, you know? That, I don't know, that bothers me a little bit.
Kids do that all the time. That is not abnormal for kids.
Yeah. So when I had to talk to Mum about the situation that I was in, I literally had to. I know my mum so well and I love her to bits, but I knew the first thing she was going to do was get upset because she's a parent and she cares about me and she couldn't protect me.
Yeah.
And so when I was telling her, I knew that I needed to make the space for her to feel her feelings rather than make it about me and that it was something that happened to me. I wanted it to be that I could support her in that moment. But that takes energy. That takes fortitude. It takes endurance to be able to actually hold that space, to let them feel the feelings. And then, like, she was very good and, like, came good. But there was that moment of just, oh my God, I fucked up. Like, I wasn't there for you. I didn't do this. I'm so upset. And I'm upset that you're hurt. And I'm upset that this happened. But I just held that. And I went, yeah, that's all valid. So then she could come and go, fuck, okay, how are you going? But that's what you do for the people you love, especially if you know them well enough. And I think Maya knew that she wasn't ready to hold that space until she had a bigger why to tell them than a why to not. Because she didn't want to break up the town. She didn't want to fuck over the star hockey player. She wanted him to hurt and wanted to, put him 6 feet under, but she didn't want to do that to the town until she found the reason why she should speak up. And that takes time and processing. And, like, she's gone through fucking trauma and the kid's not in therapy. Like, I'm impressed she handled her emotions as well as she did.
She did seem rather mature when it came to certain things. Not everything.
Not everything. Yeah.
But
then it became I need to make sure that he never does this to anyone else.
Which that was the part where I thought was actually more mature than I would expect from a kid her age.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Which
that was
didn't
there.
work because they didn't have the evidence.
Yeah.
And he was proven innocent.
I know.
I am so hung up on that.
But that's very common too.
Mhm.
That's the sad reality is that happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's devastating.
Like,
It's devastating.
um,
Because sometimes shame
but-
is a more painful thing than anger and hurt. Shame is a
Yeah.
more painful feeling in my for not maybe not for everybody, but I know it is for me. Shame is like one of the most painful feelings for me, and I think that's true for other people. And so
guilt's mine.
if their level of shame is higher than their level of fear or madness, or, anger, not madness, but anger or hurt, then they would keep it quiet. They'd be afraid. They'd probably feel, a lot of times victims are made to feel like they're to blame. I mean,
Yeah. Excuse me. I have 7 tabs. 8. I can't count. I have 8.
Well, why did you go upstairs with him? What did you think was going to happen? What were you wearing? Were you dressed scandalously? How many drinks did you have? Like, was it like a, no, I really don't want that? Or was it like a, get the fuck off? Yeah.
Oh, well, but because the
But-
quickest thing and the easiest thing to do is blame the female. It's very easy to do that.
If only she hadn't existed, then none of this would have happened. Why didn't she think of that? She's 15, above the age of consent. He's 17, but he's still the boy in every conversation. She's a young woman.
Yeah, that was the thing that made me mad, and that is the thing that makes me mad a lot of time when we talk about stuff like this, because you do hear that terminology where like, oh, he's just a boy, he's just a kid, he's just young, but then the woman is always the seducer, and she's a young woman, she's, if she's hit puberty, then obviously she's already developed well enough to be this strong, and I'm like, I don't understand why, like, they're both children, and they did, one did a really bad thing and the other one is greatly affected by it, like but those like using that terminology and differentiating that way is really why we have so many problems when it comes to these sorts of situations.
Those 2 pages made Tara so angry. Okay, more than those 2 pages long. Like, really, people? And the part where she's the young woman, here's the boy. And the thing is, I appreciate that Maya acted like the young woman and, had that maturity. And, I would have also been okay if she had have shot him.
Mm-hmm.
I would have felt that was justified. Like, But I'm glad that she didn't. But for me, what it was that she instilled the fear of the fucking God in him by doing that he would never do that again. So she knows, while she might not be safe from other men doing it, she's safe from him ever doing it again to anyone else.
Well, and in that situation, she leveled the playing field and she gained her power back, which is what nobody ever gets a chance to do, when it comes to those kind of situations. You typically don't get the chance to gain your power back from the person who took it from you. And she got a chance to, which was fucking awesome. It was awesome.
Girl! Yeah!
I'm going to make sure you're always afraid of the dark, too. Sucker.
So good.
And then you get to see them 10 years later. And she's headlining, and he's fucking married and sad and scared shitless just to see her name.
Yep.
Because she's become famous. Everyone knows her name, and no one knows his. Like, yeah! Backman! My sense of justice, I love you! I had many feelings, okay?
No, it was awesome. I just love that. That was so cute.
Yeah, the sentiment, boys being boys. I have a very like strong desire to rip out the tongues of anyone that fucking actually genuinely says that in full meaning. Like, I just can't deal with it because that is what's continuing to perpetuate our rape culture, and it fucking irritates the shit out of me. But anyway.
Well, and that idea just it stunts growth. You can't it's basically saying boys can't grow, they can't be better, they can't learn, they can't not do these things. So we're just going to let them keep doing keep doing this, where that we know that's not true. People can grow, they can become better. Things can change. It's all very possible. And so I just hate like that saying to me stunts growth. Like, I mean, societal growth, like,
Yeah.
what is that smell? Oh, it's dog food. I'm like, God, that smells awful.
It's boys being boys.
Gross.
It's people that use that expression legitimately. I didn't want her to shoot him because I'm sure she would have just gotten in trouble and the town would have been like, we know it. And I also agree with that. Like, I just also like the justice of him not walking the earth, but I like the justice more knowing that he's constantly afraid that she could ruin his life like that.
That's even better justice.
Like, that's so good. Backman, you're beautiful, man. I thought it was interesting that we saw them 10 years in the future, but I assume the next book starts where we left off in this one in the present. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's a continuation on after.
Okay. Yeah, that made me kind of, I wasn't sure then after reading that. I was like, okay, wait, are we going to follow the girls' team now future on and,
I would love to follow the girls' team.
I think originally he intended this to be a standalone.
Oh, okay.
I'm not confident.
That would make sense because it did feel like it could have ended. Like there was no, you don't need
we were laying the foundation for a second one. Text copyright 20, originally published in 2016 in Swedish. And originally published in Sweden in 2017. So it came out a year later. So he must have.
He was ready then to write another one. Okay. But I will be curious to see what's happening next. Where they go next. Sorry, go ahead. What are you going to say, Paige?
No, I was just, it's just so interesting how he thinks. And then, like, because I know shit, right? Like, I remember shit. And shit hurts. And so there's, like, clues dropped in Beartown. And I'm like, oh no. And if I tabbed Us Against You that much the first time, I'm scared. Talking about Backman being a beautiful man, I do love that this type of book was written by a man. That's refreshing and validating. And more men will actually pick it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. But because it's so that, like, we know the intention of the story, but it's centered around hockey and it's written by man. And there were definitely moments in this where I was like, damn, that's very insightful for a man to be saying these things that, like, I know that there's many great men out there, but sometimes you just hear too much from the ones that aren't great. And so you're like, it's nice to hear the ones that genuinely, are not just, I hate when people are like, what do you call it? When they're like, what's the word? When they say something but they don't actually mean it, like, they're just kind of trying to pander. I don't like when people pander. And there's no pandering to this. He actually feels very strongly about his feelings when it comes to this subject. And so I like seeing that because, yeah, you usually will get books like this from women, but you very rarely get insightful books like this that are well written from a man.
Yeah.
We're not following the girls.
Oh. That would have been cute.
Not in book 2, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so scared. Like, I love it. There's a better way to say that, but words are hard.
Yes, exactly. I can't much.
And I think why Backman has solidified himself as one of my favorite authors, because I don't know, I just find something in him and the way that he presents his writing. But then also you watch the interviews with him and he talks that he sits alone in his basement making imaginary friends to be able to write these books because he's a socially awkward person who really doesn't want to get out and public speak, and his publisher forced him to get out and make a speech tonight. Like, he is a person I think I just relate to on a spiritual level. And then he's just so he does, and that's the thing, he does characters so fucking well.
Ooh, it's got
How does everyone feel about David?
Oh, you know what was funny about David when he was first described, and I'll let you go, Daniel. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just start right in, but
it's okay.
When he was first described, he felt very one note to me, and that was it. And I'm not saying I liked him as a character because he has issues big time, and I don't like David, and I don't like a lot of things about him, but it was interesting to see him become more of a developed character than he was initially described as. You know what I mean? I thought that was interesting. Okay, your turn.
I don't know that I haven't formulated my thought yet about him.
He's a hypocrite.
He is. He's a very big hypocrite. But I also appreciated that, because the way that Backman wrote the reveal about Benji and David finding that out, I'd forgotten his reaction. And so I'm reading it going, you fucking dickhead. And then all of a sudden it's, no, I feel betrayed because he couldn't come and talk to me. I haven't done better than my father who fucking hated gays. And I should have done that. I should have shown up. I should have cut down those jokes. I shouldn't have made it so that he would be uncomfortable to come tell me that, because I am now betrayed. I'm like, mate, it's not about you. But and this is the thing, with the parent, it's not about you, but you still need to process the emotions.
I don't think he meant that he felt betrayed. He realized he had betrayed Benji.
Oh.
That's what it was. So you think that he feels betrayed, and that's Bachman's intention. But then you realize, when you realize what he's actually getting to, that he's the one who betrayed. And
see, I thought it was both sides. He felt betrayed that Benji couldn't come to him, but he'd also betrayed himself by not showing up better.
I think you're intended to think that. I think that was the intention, that Bachman wants you to think that, because he wants you to be so mad at David about the whole situation. And he wants you to think that David is also being extremely selfish for saying that Benji betrayed me. What a horrible thing for an adult to say about a kid anyways. You just don't approach it that way. But then when it comes around and you get that little twist, then it really isn't about the betrayal. And I think there was a sentence that kind of made me realize, the betrayal was actually how he felt he had betrayed Benji, not how.
That makes sense.
I will say I didn't really like the whole watch thing with Benji and Kevin. I didn't like that it was a secret. It almost felt like grooming in a way. I didn't like that. And I still don't know why the boys just blindly loved him and adored him and would just jump off a cliff for him. I still don't totally understand that.
Yeah, I didn't get it either, because I didn't see him being incredible. But maybe, they did say different things, he would put the little special notes for them on pucks, and I don't know.
Yeah.
You know who was terrible, who was one note and horrible and a horrible character, was his little sidekick, the junior coach. Ugh.
Yeah.
And he just kept
disappeared.
When he said really uncomfortable, things to the kids, I'm like, you can't say shit
That's
like that to kids. None of it was appropriate, and allowed kids to talk that way to each other. None of that was appropriate. I was like, oh my God. My teacher self was so appalled. I was like, oh my God, you can't talk like that.
I found, yeah, that's betrayal. David knows it's a huge betrayal. There's no other way to explain how much a grown man could have failed as a person if such a warrior of a boy could believe that his coach would be less proud of him if he were gay.
Yeah. It's the betrayal. He betrayed Benji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, David, it's not about you.
Yeah.
I also struggled to see why. So I'm switching gears from David to Peter, but I struggled to see why the town said that was like some kind of advantage to him and his position to bring the rape forward. Like, I don't get that either. There were so many things I just didn't get.
Well, so they knew he loved and was totally dedicated to Suni. And they knew that he would do whatever he needed to do for the team when it came to firing Suni, but he also showed they didn't think that he could do it. And the only way he could do it is to stop David from becoming the next coach and pushing Suni out, is to make up this lie about his daughter, and then the game wouldn't be able to go forward and things would change, and then David wouldn't get the position and Suni could stay in it. I mean, that was one of the reasons. I know that's not the full reason.
It just didn't make sense. It didn't benefit Peter, like, for them not to play or for them to play without Kevin. Like,
they're not thinking logically. They just want to be able to go, he's a fucking dickhead. Like, oh, he's bad. Like, Kevin couldn't have done that. They're not going, or like they said, oh, this would benefit him. But they have no concept of the reality of it. They know full well that won't benefit him, but they have to say things to make it seem like there's a reasonable explanation why Kevin wouldn't have.
Well, you got to find.
So they will throw anything at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, and you got to find somebody to blame. That's so you have to figure out how to blame that person, even if it doesn't make sense.
If it does, there's no logic in it because they're being illogical by just not accepting that Kevin could do this. Like that's the whole because all they care about is the face of the club, and so they think that. They know that Peter would do anything for the club, but they know that he would also do anything to protect his family. And so that for them was like, well, this is a betrayal to the club. He mustn't care. So he's trying to figure out any way to up his own power. And by removing the star player, that's what he's going to do by making up this atrocious lie. Like it don't make sense. There is no sense.
And
that's how people act.
It doesn't make sense, but
no. And I also think you have a point there, though, when you're saying like, wow, my brain just blocked it. I'm having a stroke. Rewind. What did you say, Paige?
There's no sense. They're just trying to do anything and say anything to make it so that they don't have to accept the reality of the situation. It's being completely illogical.
She said something about throwing things at the wall and see what sticks.
What's gonna stick? No, I lost that.
And so you know how David was gonna have a baby? I really do think that if he was a dad, like already a dad, that I would like to think that he would have seen that situation differently and would have maybe like more sided with Peter's decision.
And that's what Soon said to him. He's like, come talk to me when your kid's 15. He's like, come back and talk to me when you've seen this. And I don't think Soon's not a parent, but he's raised these kids and he's raised with his conscience. He's raised with the values of the club. So he sees it. He knows it.
Well, Soon's not always been about winning. You know, where David and him where they bump heads is that David's always been about winning. Soon's always been about growing these kids and loving the game. You know, and so that is where those two they're both their ideals did not match, and that's why they butted heads so often, even though technically Soon was his mentor. But they couldn't, and that's why it's not surprising that David ended up feeling the same way he did. I was also upset with his girlfriend for the way the way she was just kind of like, it's not your problem, this isn't your thing, you don't have to worry about it, take this, like this shouldn't, you should just worry about the game. Yeah,
that has
and
nothing
I'm
to do with hockey. Yeah,
that made me so
they're
mad
two
because I'm like,
separate things. Yeah,
as a woman, you're perpetuating this problem too. Like, you're just as bad as, you're not just as bad as Lit's mom, because Lit's mom is the devil, but like, you're not doing good things. You're not helping him become a better man. And if you want him to be the parent of your kid, maybe daughter, I would want better from him if I was her.
100%. And I think that's what I loved about Backman, though, was that he had shitty female characters as well. Like, because there
we can put Megan in that group.
Oh yeah.
I will go
That's
to war for Ramona. Like, I will
I love Ramona.
tear somebody up for her.
You don't think she's going to be like this, like, fucking stick it to the man sort of? Mm-hmm. She is who she is. She's,
oh my gosh, somebody
agoraphobic and just works at the pub and is about sports, and that's her. And then, oh no, there's so much.
She just called them out. She called them out so hard, and it was so satisfying.
Off.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Paige?
She went off.
I know.
Well, and I agree that I didn't expect her to go that hard. I kind of expected her to disagree a little bit because she had opinions about things, and she wasn't one to let people bully her. That was definitely a strength of hers. And she had the chutzpah, or whatever that word is.
I'm not sure. That's an American
that
one.
Word?
That sounds right.
Chutzpah. Tell me what it is, Leanna.
You mean the kahunas?
No, but there's another word for it. She had that, whatever it is. I don't even actually know what that means. Like, I don't know where it's from. What language is that from? She had that. Is it Jewish? I think it's a Jewish term. She had the strength of who she was, of her character.
The lady balls.
Yes, she had the lady balls, and she had the strength of character to, like, no, I know what's right. I know what's right, and I'm going to say what's right, and I'm going to use my voice. I'm going to use my power. I'm going to use my resources to make my voice heard. And it was so incredible because everybody else were fucking sheeps. They were sheeps, and they were just going along.
And who knew she had this whole, like, mob?
I know, like mafia. Her little
the pack
mafia
is amazing.
That's what they're called, right? The pack?
The pack.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was one of my, like, I love that line this time round. I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was like
at that meeting.
Yiddish. That's
whoever
right.
owned the club.
Chutzpah. It's a Yiddish word.
Supreme self-confidence or audacity, often with a connotation of bold nerve or gall. It comes from the Yiddish word
Chutzpah.
Whatever that is.
Mm-hmm. Chutzpah. Chutzpah? Isn't it called chutzpah?
Mm-hmm.
Chutzpah. It's like a
right.
instead of a
chutzpah. It was talking about the team, like the hockey club and who owned it. And it was something like they didn't know who was scarier, those who wore the neckties or had the bear tattooed on them. Like, when referencing the pack, and I just thought that was so fucking...
Yeah, but the pack wasn't always good. It wasn't always
no,
right.
No, absolutely not.
Like you said, they were kind of a little mafia-ish. Break some kneecaps.
You do get to see more of them.
Yeah,
which is fun because I find them a very interesting
group.
But damn it, I have so many tabs, I can't find what I want.
How did they even find the characters to make that? Did you copy and paste?
I know. She must have, because chutzpah.
Because they were talking about like who owned the club and them thinking that they owned the club.
Yeah.
And it, like Peter was going, he didn't know which was worse. But anyway, it don't matter. It was just one of those things that I was just like, yes, please. Yep. Oh my god, the story where they blocked the road when the other teams. Good grief.
No. They're creepy. They were creepy.
I don't even remember what came of that, like the blocking of the road.
It was just to intimidate them. Remember, they
they wound up like letting them go through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They didn't actually do anything. They just scared them before the game.
Yeah.
Or was that when they were leaving because they were being jerks? That's what it was.
Shake them up a little bit.
It was before they arrived because the star.
And then they also had to deal with Benji, I think, didn't they? Wasn't that the thing before they got in the locker room?
Yeah.
Different teams, I think. Different days.
It was different games. Okay.
Yeah.
So Benji did a lot of bad things that were not good things. They were bad things.
I love Benji. I will forgive Benji.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even remember any bad thing that he ever did. Like, what did he do?
Well, he did take out the 4 players in the hallway before the front game. He constantly got into fights.
He was the one that hit the other kid.
Yeah.
And actually took him out of the game.
I didn't. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Or put him in a coma or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Benji's an incredible character. He did some very damaging things, and that's not okay.
We can like our problematic men.
Yes.
Fictional.
But
we can love that for them.
I mean, we know why. He was living a life where he couldn't be who he actually was, and the people around him who loved him the most and who supported him the most wouldn't have accepted him. And he knew that.
His sisters would have?
Yes, his sisters would have. I mean, like his
team.
His team. And
but then they would show up and not get on the bus for fucking Kevin because his dad wanted him to be punctual. And so the rest of the team won't get on the bus, but they wouldn't accept that Benji's fucking gay. Fucking sports culture. Sorry. Unlocked gremlin mode for a moment there.
I like that was cute. I like little ears and little cute. Yeah, it was. I mean, his situation was devastating, and poor these. I mean, so many of these kids had such sad childhoods. I was just like, it's tough. And seeing how that shapes the good they do or the bad they do, and how, that's tough. It's tough. It's a lot. That's a lot to have to carry with you at a young age. Emotional burdens. It sucks to be an adult sometimes, but I think at least we have a lot more freedom when it comes to certain things. Not everything, but we don't have somebody else making all our. Oh, I'm reading this other book right now where this girl just, when your parent hates you. And they're still your parents. They're still the one that makes choices for you. It's pretty sad.
Look at Kevin's parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was never, what did you get? Oh, congratulations on getting 99%. It's, what did you get wrong? Like, fuck me. I love that Backman laid the foundation for you to feel sympathetic towards Kevin because you really, really don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
But you also see that he's grown up in an emotionally distant household. He probably has an avoidant attachment style. So his actions
aren't surprising.
Yeah. Well, they are to anyone else, to the rest of the town. But
Golden boy, how could he possibly have done this? Benji
that's
wasn't
not
very
part of his
surprised.
character.
His
No.
mom destroyed evidence too.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know. His mom was the worst. And then, you
She
know,
was so repentant at the end.
it ate her alive. It ate her alive. And I was so happy to see that.
But did she actually ever confront the dad about it, though?
No. That's why shit like this in families, what makes me so mad sometimes is like when essay within a family or stuff happens, oftentimes one of the parents is complicit. And I'm like, how the hell could you do that with your kid? Like, how the hell could you be complicit and know what's happening and let it happen? And it happens all the time. It makes me so mad. I'm just like, don't have kids then. Just don't have kids.
And like her running into the door because she noticed the scuff mark, so she uses the suitcase when they get home so that the dad won't notice that.
That was a crazy detail that Bachman put in there. I was like, holy shit.
The
Clever.
lengths that she will go to.
So clever.
I thought it was weird that Benji like would mess up the house so that the parents would think that he was home having a party, but really he was staying at Benji's house because he didn't want to be alone. Like, what was the point of that?
To show how emotionally distant his parents are. And like the mum knew that that was what was happening and didn't ever confront him about it. The dad did not
what would have been the big deal if he was like, I don't want to say it. Well,
he's not perfect then.
Unless it made him sound weak. Yeah. See? Oh, my brain just can't. Oh.
Yeah.
Like, it was all about image.
It's so nuanced. Yeah.
Yeah. That family, all about, I mean, think about the dad situation. He brought himself up from nothing. All he cared about was this image that he portrayed and that his status that he got. Like, he didn't care about, he was classic narcissist. Like, he didn't care about anything but himself and the image he had and how people thought, what people thought of him. And that he succeeded. He didn't care about his kid. He didn't care about his wife. He didn't care about anybody but himself. Like, there was nothing that man cared about other than his own image. And he would go to all the he'd go to any extreme length to keep his image protected.
He'd pay a kid $5,000 fucking dollars to keep his mouth shut.
Can you believe that? I thought that was the lowest of the low. It's like, oh my gosh. Oh.
And then offering to... I despise Tails. Tails is a character that infuriates me.
Yeah.
It gives you the ick.
He's
I know a lot of Tails. I know a lot of them.
Greasy.
It was when it was convenient for him. Yeah. He was on the right side when it was convenient for him. He was on the wrong side when it was convenient for him. Really, it was all about what was convenient for him. You think it's funny because I was going to say it's funny because that's exactly right, Tara. He's a weak ass person.
Yeah.
And you're right. There's a lot of people like that.
That he owns a supermarket or a convenience store.
Because
it's convenient for him. And I genuinely think that might have been intentional on Backman to put that detail in because he explicitly mentions that he owns the supermarket.
Yeah.
Which to a Western reader, we will say supermarket, but we'll also say convenience store.
Convenience store, yeah. Interesting.
Sorry, so that just made me giggle because I would put money on it that was an intentional part on Backman's. That's how he writes.
That's very clever. That's very, very clever.
Sorry, that was just so funny.
Yeah.
But yes.
Tails was...
He is. Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Just do and they're the kind of people in reality that I so struggle with because for me, my moral compass is not... It's skewiff, right? We know this. I am okay with doing the wrong thing if it helps people. But my goal is always to help people.
Mm-hmm.
If it is hurting someone, that is not good. But these people, they just never want to help. They never want to help the underdog. They never want to do the right thing by those people because that would not be convenient for them. But I'm just like, why? You have money, you have status, you have the capabilities. Just fucking give these people jobs. Just give them the fucking time of day. Hello, Cincy. Oh, you're so beautiful. There's no self-awareness. And I can't compute it. Like, it goes against my grain to the utmost degree because I'm just like, if I had money and a steady income, I would be doing everything in my power to help these fucking people in the Hollow. Like, I'd continue supporting the hockey team because that's the most important thing to this fucking town, even if it goes to shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have money. As a broke-ass motherfucker. I can't do that. Tails. Anyway, so I just love Backman's characters because they always make you feel something.
Yeah,
whether that's a good or a bad something. It just is, and also I will happily strangle Megan.
Oh gosh, she is honestly the worst character in this whole thing. She's the worst character. She is the worst character.
But it's also like, the default you feel like would be Kevin's dad, right?
Well, he's awful too, but he's not.
He's so far removed. He's not actively shaping, but he's also actively shaping it by not being active.
Well, and I think it makes Megan's worse because she's a woman, and we want to think that women care about women.
Women wouldn't do that,
and they do, and a lot of them do. But you get women like Megan, who it's just so hypocritical because if it happened to her,
she'd burn the town down.
Yeah, and it's like, but she's willing to. Probably also knowing what I'm sure she knows the truth in a lot of ways. Everybody knows the truth at this point, at the end, and yet she is not willing to budge because all she cares about is the ambition of her son, the ambition for her son, her ambition for her son.
Because Amat stood up at that meeting. I think that was my favorite part of the whole book, even though I knew it wasn't really going to
change it.
Yeah, I still loved it.
I was getting worried about Amat there for a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, don't you disappoint me, boy. Don't you disappoint me. I'm glad his mom was a big catalyst in pushing him back in the right direction. And that shows you the power of parents. Also, his mom was a big catalyst in making sure he got right back on track.
But the thing is, all of his ambition, like Amat's ambition, was to be able to make his mum feel better. That's all he wanted. He didn't really care about, he cared about having a place to belong because, he's an outsider and he hasn't had that connection and he wants that. But he would trade that to be able to have his mum work in a job that didn't hurt her, that made her feel good. He would trade all of that for her. And so he was just following what he thought would get to that point. And she had to say to him, "You fool, stop it. I don't need this shit. I'm a grown-ass woman that can look after my fucking self."
She's like, I want to work somewhere where I can watch my son play hockey every day, which I love.
And it's not your responsibility to take care of me. I'm the parent. It is my responsibility. Yeah.
I wish more parents had that. Sorry.
Well, did we love the moment where Bobo got the shit beat out of him because he jumped in there and he saved the day? That's so good.
I love Bobo.
I was so hoping for that in that moment when he was like at home. He had told his friends off, and then he's sitting there and he's thinking. His mom is like, and looks at his dad, and his dad's like, but his dad knew what he was gonna do, and he ran off and he saves the day.
I didn't believe it until it happened.
100% because he took the mask.
Yeah.
Like,
yes. Yeah, that's what made it scary.
You're like, Bobo.
Please no. Please don't.
And then just have a beautiful bonding moment with your dad.
Yeah, I know. About his penis.
I do love that, like, a lot of the I did find one thing about this though is Backman uses the same sentence structure for a lot of characters. Oh, fuck you. Like, he will say, like Kira was saying, yes, darling, you know, whatever, and saying, like, yes, darling. And then David's girlfriend would also be like, yes, darling, in the same sort of inflection.
I was like wondering if that was like a translation thing. I was like,
it might be.
Yeah.
But he also uses that they're idiots. Like Kira says that about her kids and Peter, and but Bobo's mum says it about them as well, calling them her idiots. Like she loves them, but they're her idiots. And there was a couple of times where that was said for multiple different sets of people. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I
definitely noticed the
my
darling
loved ones,
thing.
my idiots. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because maybe there's a word for it that's meant in like a term of endearment or something like that in Swedish, and the only translation is like idiot. Whereas it wouldn't be uncommon to call them this Swedish idiot.
Yeah.
But when they translate it, it loses that sort of inflection.
I think that's got to be true because, like, I've been watching a lot of Korean dramas lately and stuff like that. And there's certainly certain things people say in it that you're like, that's really harsh. But I think it's also just terms of endearment that are, when they're translated, they come across to us as like a harsh version of that term, you know, because there's a lot of words in different languages that we don't even have words for, you know? So like it could be just an expression that has a similar idea to that, but not the same inflection or the same, not inflection, but not the same meaning or like, you know, feeling.
But I mean, like, I call Ash my fuckwit, but he's my fuckwit. He's my fuckwit. He's not a fuckwit. He's my fuckwit. And if you were to translate that, like, you'd lose that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it changes from they're a fuckwit to, no, that's my fuckwit.
Yeah. It's what, yeah. Then that's different. Like, and I think that's even not just from different languages. I think that's also culture within different families and different. You know, people have their own little individual mini cultures of the things that they say with people that are important to them and that they wouldn't really say with anybody else. Also,
I'll have to send you. There was this Australian guy that was, I think, at a school conference. And he's a comedian, and he was talking about units of measurement. So, like, you know, we have kilometers, centimeters, millimeters, whatever. And Australia has their own measurement system. So there's like a smidge, there's a tidbit. Oh no, that's a heat. Nah, go back. That I just want, you know,
a skosh.
Is that? Haven't heard that one, but sure. I can't remember exactly.
That's from the East Coast.
Yeah. But Ash sent it to me and it was like, lol, this is accurate for Australia because this is what we do.
Oh no. I did not see that.
I stopped doing it. You have. Thank you.
No.
We didn't talk about Anna very much, her character. I mean, we talked about her a little bit at the beginning, but
in my mind, she's like Merida from Brave. Is it Brave?
Yeah.
What's the?
Yeah, Brave.
Yeah.
I definitely tabbed a lot of quotes relating to her sandpapering down her personality.
Oh.
Because that was me in high school. I tried. I didn't succeed. My sandpaper was not coarse enough, but I tried. There was a
Well,
lot
she
of
was
rubbing at the personality.
sandpapering her like physical self,
I
like
know.
just
Yeah.
withering away with
Yeah.
these.
Which was so sad because that wasn't how she was, like the core of her
Mm,
character for the majority of her life at that up to that point. Granted she'd only been alive for a short time, but I mean, like, who she was so different and so unique and so out there, which I think is more interesting is and yet she that was the thing that she had to change about herself, and I'm like, that's so sad because that's what's going to make you an exceptional human adult, is that what makes you unique and what makes you different and what makes you stand out. And I think that that's what makes each individual unique, is the things that are different about them and how they what they can bring to you know everybody else of who they are. And I'm just
mm.
like, don't try to be like the status quo, because the status quo is boring. Be yourself. Just, just it's so sad. I love personalities. I love unique personalities. I love different people.
There was
And I
something about her and her relationship with her dad.
Oh,
Like,
that was.
I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like, there was something endearing about it.
hmm
Like,
Yeah.
No, he
I don't know.
genuinely loved his daughter.
You can tell he loves her
hmm
and just doesn't know how to
Mm.
doesn't know how to show it.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was a good example of, like, he trusted her from the second he found out about, what happened with Maya, and he didn't even think for a second that it could have been a lie. He trusted his daughter, like,
Mm-hmm.
um he
And
recognized
also,
his shortcomings, and I thought that was a really mature thing of him, considering he had so many struggles in his life. Sorry, go ahead.
oh, you're good. I also just liked that he acknowledged the fact that a lot of parents would be like, thank God it wasn't my kid.
Mm,
Like there was that sense of relief that, fuck, my kid's okay.
yeah.
Because, that shows how much he cares about his kid as well.
Yeah.
But then he could also be like, yep, it wasn't mine, but I'm going to do what I can to make sure that they both stay as safe as they can now. I'm surprised that he didn't get more stringent about locking up the guns, like when they started going out practice shooting, like because he would know they would use
Right. Ammunition.
thank you, that word just would not come out. So he would have to know that they were doing that, and I would have been a little bit more how's this gonna end, like, fuck. But he also just trusted Anna to
Well,
know
good.
that she
Yeah.
wasn't going to do that.
I think because he had taught her everything from childhood. Um, but yeah, I can see that. Uh, what was up with her mom? It sounded like her mom was kind of a bitch. I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
So my understanding was that she had left because she was struggling to live in Beartown. It was too isolated, and there wasn't like a social environment sort of thing. And so she wanted to take Anna and go, but Anna chose to stay. So she was like, well, you're codependent with him. Of course, you'll stay. Like completely irrational, but
Yeah. That's what I thought
it's,
made her such a jerk.
yeah, I don't think there is a lot of logic when you're dealing with emotions, because she's probably feeling that her daughter's doesn't love her because she's willing to stay with the dad. But Anna knew that her dad wasn't going to survive if it was just her. And also, she wouldn't have survived in a big city.
Yeah, Anna
Like,
and her
she
dad
was,
are a lot alike, and so
yeah,
it made sense. Yeah.
yeah. But her
But
mum took it as like
yeah.
a betrayal and that she wasn't loved and whatever. So she was.
And she put that on her daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some parents are delightful.
Well, it just makes me sad for her because she's missing out on a relationship with her kid. And it makes me sad for her kid because she isn't allowed to have both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can have both.
I also think her dad might have been an alcoholic and might have been abusive to her mum as well, but I can't remember that being written on page.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't remember.
But I remember Anna was proud that he had been sober for a long time. Or for not a long time, but, years at this point. Or maybe it was he just neglected them because he'd be at the pub drinking every night instead or something. I can't quite remember that, but I do know that alcohol played a part in it.
Well, and I get wanting to be away from that. I just don't think it should ever be the kid's fault.
No, it should never be the kid's fault. I agree that, it was breaking me that Maya wasn't talking to her, but also, she thought Anna wouldn't leave her. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, that was so sad, wasn't it? That whole thing where Maya's like, "Well, Anna would never leave me. Anna would never leave me," and I was like, "She left you."
You're both intoxicated.
Because Anna thought that
totally.
she ditched her for this dude, which could have been true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. And I get that.
And she was like, "My bitch is in trouble. I'm running to her."
Those were perfectly teenager feelings. Those were very accurate teenager feelings.
It still hurts because you're like, "Oh, my little sweet potatoes."
Yeah.
But yeah. Sorry,
are.
disappeared to help my kid. And the fact that Anna stays because she felt like she needed to take care, and how much of an adult, her and Maya were very mature kids. They were very mature. What are we? 15-year-olds? 14-year-olds? 15. It'd have to be 15 because she's above the age of consent. Yeah, she's 15. They were very mature 15-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
But they still had the elements of them that were so very 15, not mature. And then I loved the bit where it was promise to swear on your life. And Maya's like, "That's not enough. You need to swear on techno." That would be something I would have done as a kid.
That was very cute.
That really hurt as well because they were laying there counting the sleeping pills to see how many it would take to end their life, and then they were talking about the way that they were kids. Everything felt different when they were kids, but that was only yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I know, isn't that so sad? Yeah.
I think he's a very talented character author.
What I also think is clever about that is that, and this is true, I'm trying to think of people I've heard review books by Backman in general. Backman has a ton of characters, typically, not all the time, but typically he has a lot of characters, and yet you don't get confused as to who's who.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen a lot. A lot of times if you have a ton of characters, people struggle with knowing, oh, who's this, who's that? I don't remember who that was.
I agree. Yeah.
The thing for me, having read a lot of his work, is I am now starting to forget which character was from which book. Because there will be similar Ramona characters in other ones. And then I'm like, wait, was that Ramona or was that a trait of Britt Marie? But they're all distinct. They are very distinct. But I'm starting to have that little bit of an overlap of those two were very similar. It makes sense, but also which one belonged to which story?
Yeah. Similar,
it's
character
the attributes
character types
with a different name. Yeah. But yes, in each individual story, when I'm reading it, I know exactly who's who. I don't get anyone mixed up.
Yeah.
I do feel shame that originally I thought Bobo was Lit and Lit was Bobo at the very, very, very beginning.
Oh,
because they were all just part of the hockey team.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think
then,
that's intentional.
yeah,
I think
but
that
then
I think that could be intentional
developed.
because they were just a bunch of awful boys at first.
Yeah,
There wasn't much else to them.
yeah, and because I think I also knew that.
Who is your snail?
They're having too much fun.
Have we met?
He was gliding over the. This is my snail. He's just sitting here, and I got distracted, so I played with him.
So cute.
Does he have a name?
I don't name things, but if you guys want to name him, you can.
I'm gonna have to name him.
Okay, good. I love his little slimy part.
Emo.
So, yeah.
His name's Emo.
His name is. Danielle's coming with a good name. I can see.
What'd you say, Paige? Emo?
Because for emotional support snail.
Oh, okay.
His name is Slimo.
I
I do too. My plants don't. At all. I have some beautiful plants I bought.
We could name him after a Backman, after a Beartown character.
Oh.
But he can't.
Benji.
Actually, it would be funny if we named him Amat, since Amat is the fastest.
I was thinking Amat, actually. I think his name is Amat.
And he's a snail.
I love that I know exactly what book you're talking about, Tara. Oh, look at Amat go! I was thinking. I was thinking Benji because it carries the weight of the shell.
Oh.
Oh, God.
I like the snail. I like Amat.
Look how fast he's going. He's raring. He's raring on by.
Hit both sides of the thingy. Fastest snail in the country.
Yeah, sorry, I distracted y'all with my snail. Amat!
I loved Amat. He's a beautiful little being.
The weight of the shell. That's a cute too. It's cute though too. Poor Benji. Gosh,
Poor
what a
Benji.
story. That poor kid.
That
I just
kid.
want to give him a hug.
Yep.
I want to give. Oh, and Maya. She had to grow up too quickly. I hate when people have to grow up too quickly. I just want everybody to be able to just stay kids and have fun and be happy. Is it too much to ask? Probably.
Yeah. I love this book so much. I'm so happy that I got to reread it, and I'm glad that you both enjoyed it. I know that you loved it. It was
Me
good.
too. It was.
And
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I feel bad for Alicia, but I'm so glad that you persevered.
You know who just started it because of my vlog was Manny.
Oh, I saw they started commenting, being like, the kids are the worst. I'm like, oh, you're only in chapter 11. You got a lot more to go.
I know.
It's going to get so much worse.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, okay. Yep. And I made it very clear how devastating the book was. And yet Manny was like, oh, I guess I got to start reading it now. And I was like, yep, you do. So yeah, that was fun. I'm an influencer, y'all. I'm an influencer.
I could have told you that. I'm glad Alicia read with us. Huh?
Yeah, me too.
Did either of you cry?
A little bit here and there. I didn't sob.
That's fine.
Nope.
But I will tell you, my heart raced. My
heart broke.
I do think like some of my real life shit is affected my
just enjoyment of
reading experience with this book.
I can see that.
That's and
no sobs.
Like I'd cry at the drop of the hat, so I'm fairly biased. And then when you've gone through some of the experiences and some of the quotes are just hitting a little too close to home. Yeah, that's it definitely makes sense. But not everyone's going to.
Yeah.
Just felt dread. I didn't realize that would be like a, common emotion associated with it. But now rereading it, I'm like, yeah, that's going to continue for the next 2 books as well. I'm sorry.
Oh, great.
Maybe not tears, but dread.
I loved, and just coming back to one thing, my favorite scene, one of my favorite scenes, but like, I mean, I had a lot of scenes I really liked in this, but I loved how Fredrik Backman described their victory, that first victory of the semifinal, because I felt like I was genuinely there. Like, it was so, the buildup of it, the pacing of that scene was so perfect that, like, I could have been jumping up in my seat screaming, ah! Even though I wasn't actually physically there. It was written so well that you feel almost like you're there. And you're having similar emotions to those characters in that moment. And there's the bittersweetness of certain characters and certain things. And then there's also the absolute joy you feel. And it's like that calm before, not the calm, it's the excitement before the storm, because things are going to get worse after that. And so it's like this euphoric moment before everything gets terrible. And I just thought that was so well written. Oh, I was just like, it was beautifully written, and I was very impressed.
You're going to be laughing and cheering, and 6 minutes later, you're going to be crying.
That was what you said, Paige. Yeah.
That's a great way to put it, Terry. Yes, dread. I was cheering for them and so happy. I thought it was a sports game. And see, that's the thing for me. I don't have that because I know I will never fucking be in a sports. There is no way you'd be dragging my dead body to any of them. But I'm like, yay, I'm so proud of them. Look at them go. I'm scared to feel happy.
I mean, I know that feeling. My favorite football team, when I used to follow a lot, and I was regularly watching, we saw them play their final game at the Candlestick Park in San Francisco. It was the final game they were going to have at that park before they demolished it. And that's where they've been playing for many, many years. And they were losing, and at the very last 3 minutes they pulled it through and actually won, and we were sobbing and cheering, and it was so exciting because it was like the last game there. It was the playoffs to help them go to the Super Bowl, and we thought they were going to lose, and they ended up winning. It was like one of those moments where you're just like, oh, it's amazing, and everybody's cheering, and you're patting all these strangers and so excited, and like that's similar. That's how I felt at that, and that reminded me of how Fredrik Backman's writing reminded me of that, like that kind of moment.
I just thought of something.
Go for it.
So what made me think of it was Tara's comment where she said so many of them were sticking beside Kevin. And I was like sitting here thinking like, yeah, like what was even like so great about him other than at the time he was good at hockey. And then I was thinking about the scene at the end where like, he's with his pregnant wife and everything. Was his wife pregnant? I feel like she was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whoever he was with. And it said that he told her everything.
Yeah.
Were you surprised by that?
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised.
I was surprised.
Because he'd never told a living soul. That had stayed with him.
I was surprised
all of
by
those
that.
years.
Well, maybe he finally found somebody who actually cared about him, unlike his parents.
Technically, it doesn't say that she then storms out of the house and leaves him.
Right.
It's just that he tells all.
And I would like to think that in an ideal world, if I believe life should be a certain way, then I've got to believe it's true in general, and that people like Kevin can learn and rehabilitate. And if he can't, then what's the point? Then all those people are never going to be good, and there's never anything that's going to come of good of them. And it's like, I'd like to think that he learned something from that whole experience, and he was able to become a better person for it. And if not, then that's the most devastating thing, that he will continue to be that awful of a person. But maybe that actually shaped shaped him into a better person in the future. Especially because he was 17 when it happened. I'm not saying that, he's just a 17-year-old, but like that's the beginning of your life. And if if that's going to shape how you like, if you have two choices there, you can either become that or horrible awful monster that you showed yourself to be, or you can learn from it and become a better person and not ever live that life again and do better for by other people. And you hope that people do the second thing, not the first thing.
Yeah. And I think also, while he was under the shadow of his dad, he would never have been able to speak his truth. Like, even if he had wanted to come clean. But you see, even with his interactions with Benji before the flash forwards, he believes he did nothing wrong. He has convinced himself utterly and truly that he was in the right and
Yeah.
that she had made up this lie. But I think when you have time, you have perspective, you see how much she's grown and succeeded without you. There was truth in that. And that when he sees her concert headlining and sold out, that's when he realizes, fuck, I've been living a lie. I need to tell my truth. And I don't want my kid to grow up and not know the dangers. Like, I need to show up and be honest so that I can be honest with them and not continue to perpetuate the cycle.
Yeah.
And you have
That
to
was
wonder,
him
like,
breaking the train.
you have to wonder, like, what humbling things had to have happened before that point in the story too, because he's not doing hockey. This guy, this guy, it was like the end all be all of hockey. It's not even a part of their lives anymore, so it just kind of makes you wonder, like, what how he may have been humbled by that point.
Yeah.
But
I also think the irony of seeing that the girl he raped performing a sold out show on an ice hockey rink probably would have given him some perspective at that moment in time as well. To go, shit, she isn't afraid of the dark. Hockey hasn't become this big scary monster for her. She can show up in this place that would be reminiscent to her of this horrible event.
And that goes along with what she said at the end of the book about how this is my town too. Like, she was not backing down from that. She was not going to run away from the things that hurt her,
But she also had to learn how to be afraid of the dark, but still be able to go into it. And the way that she chose to go about it initially was to go into that dark void and become the bigger, scarier monster. But honestly, I think when you're in that moment and doing that, all she wanted was her agency back. It wasn't about it wasn't even about scaring the shit out of him or killing him. It was just having some onus back from a situation.
Yeah.
That's all she needed. And she could continue to grow and be the strong wolf cub that she is.
He took her safety away and she got it back.
Speaking of the game, I had conflicting emotions about the final. I wanted them to win to stick it to Kevin, that they didn't need him, but also didn't want a lot of them to win because so many of them were sticking beside Kevin.
Yeah, it's conflicting, right? Yeah.
But that's the thing for me. I would have wanted them to win to show that they didn't need him.
Kevin.
Right.
But if they were performing their best to stick beside him and show that they could show up without him, like, because they lost, right?
Yeah. I thought it was so clever of Backman, though, to make them lose, actually.
Because they could have won without him.
And that is such a hard pill to swallow, which it makes me think, brilliant! I'm so mean.
Dickhead Backman, but also accurate.
But I will say they had an incredible game, and they did appreciate and did reflect on that game in the future. We see kind of like, well, they'll always think about that game and the really like they kicked ass for what they could, for what they were able to do. They were going up against a really incredibly skilled team. They did a pretty damn good job, and I think that maybe immediately that wouldn't have felt that way, but I think ultimately they would have seen that.
They were also exhausted from everything that had gone on, and they weren't used to playing the positions without Kevin. Like,
Yeah,
you've
that's
changed the dynamic by having it. It's if they had have trained and done like a circuit where they all played in Kevin's position, so they were all skilled in that as well, they probably would have won. But because it was just him and that's what he did, none of them were trained to fill that role. I don't know how hockey works, so please, I could be mistaken in this regard. But like, they didn't have the same skill set as Kevin because none of them had practiced to be in his role because they always thought he was going to be there.
Which is not how you're supposed to play in junior hockey, I don't think. Junior leagues. I mean, I may be wrong, but
I thought lit or light was supposed to be able to step into Kevin's spot, but then it wound up being Amat. Well, in a way.
Wasn't
really.
It the other guy?
Maybe I'm changing my mind.
But the problem is that David only cared about winning, so he didn't care about developing his characters, his player skills. And that's what he needed to do. He knew he had a dead ringer in Kevin, and so he's like, okay, well, we'll just play around that. But you can't just depend on that as a good coach.
What if he had have got injured?
Yeah, exactly.
Not necessarily arrested. He could have just got injured.
Right.
But that's the thing. He would never get injured because Benji would always take the hits.
Crazy. That poor Benji. Poor Benji. Poor Benji. Oh my gosh, it makes me so mad for him. And he wouldn't have been mad himself, but I'm mad for him despite, he doesn't know what's good for him.
You're Benji's parent.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh,
I genuinely can't remember. I cannot remember what happens in the next two books.
I read the synopsis for book 2. Yeah.
That's in relation to hockey.
I didn't.
I know what happens to some of the characters, but I don't know what happens with the hockey game.
Said somebody winds up dead.
Well, they said that in the first one as well.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Who died?
In the first one?
No, just that they mention that someone will be dead.
Oh, in the second book? Oh.
Just in the next 10 years.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah. Of the group of guys that was helping with the little girls. Yeah. It was like...
one of them will be dead.
It was like Benji, Amat, Bobo, and... I'm forgetting somebody obvious, aren't I?
Oh, Zacharias?
Wasn't
it Zacharias?
I don't know. I'm trying to see in the dark.
Benji, Amat, Bobo.
I don't think I actually highlighted it because I didn't
Zacharias?
want to read it.
Just those 3. I thought it was 2 will be professional, 1 will be dead, and 1 will. Or am I wrong?
Yeah. No, you're right. I just can't find it.
Here it is.
Got it?
Yeah. The boys looked down at the bear painted beneath them. When they were little, they were scared of it, and sometimes they still are. Amat, Zacharias, Bobo, and Benjamin. 2 have just turned 16. 2 will soon be turning 18. In 10 years' time, 2 of them will be playing professionally. 1 will be a dad. 1 will be dead.
See, I knew it was Zacharias.
It was Zacharias.
I win.
Yeah.
I win.
Yeah, that's like second to last page.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Good talk.
Yeah.
It was a good talk.
It was. Feelings. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, what Tara says.
I was worried right away that he was going to kill Amat. I was like, don't you dare. You dirty dog.
Benji's just Benji. I love Benji.
See, you can accept him for a lot of things, Paige, but you got to hold him accountable.
Nah.
See, this is the problem. This is how things get perpetuated.
I think I can't even, when I say I can't even think of a wrong thing that Benji did, like that's how I guess he can just do no wrong.
The thing is, he stayed beside Kevin the entire time. Like, he constantly took hits for him. He took the blame for everything, even if Kevin did it. Like,
you guys, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I love Benji too, but he still has to be held accountable for the behavior he had. And he wasn't. He never was.
He was.
And that also didn't help him. That hurts kids more than it helps them.
Yes.
But it's okay. I love him.
We didn't talk about the teacher.
Oh, Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Oh, yeah.
I love Jeanette.
Like, she covered for those kids a lot.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
And
then she opened up a martial arts practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I thought it was for the good, and sometimes I thought it was for the bad with her. But I know it's a tough thing. That'd be a tough town to be able to talk about things with, because you would feel like, everybody knows that all that matters in that town is hockey. There's no room for anything else. And that's a big barrier. I mean, let's talk about the town. The town is its own character.
I really appreciated it laid the foundation, because they say that in Beartown, its skills are raised on being silent so that you don't scare the prey away.
Like, oh man, that whole analogy, the whole thing about the predator, the forest and prey, and the eyes being at the or on the sides of the head, and she was like trying to decide. Somebody was trying to decide what
my predator, my prey,
where the eyes were on
Maya and Anna,
on his dad, on what's dad? Kevin's dad.
Kevin's dad. Oh, he's definitely predator.
His eyes were here.
They were like, and then someone else's were like, but do you know what I find the most entertaining about all of this?
Uh-huh.
Whose name do we forget the most?
I don't know his name. What was his name?
Not his dad.
Oh.
We forget Kevin's name more often than not. I had to look it up to remind myself.
Oh.
People don't remember Kevin's name.
I just said, what's his butt? Yeah.
Good. And it's so often that he becomes the least memorable character.
Because I don't think he actually had a personality. I think he was just like...
He was borrowing...
Good at hockey.
He was borrowing...
That is his personality.
Yeah.
And skirting the blame. That is his personality traits.
He was never given he was never allowed to have a person. I should say he was never allowed to have a personality.
That's true.
His dad didn't allow him to have a personality. I did forget his name.
See? And I love that because it's such a generic white boy name.
Yeah. Gavin.
Benji, Amit, Bobo, even Lick.
Yeah. But he's got Kevin.
He got Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. I love Backman's writing. He's so fucking smart. And then when you get to talk about it, you get to see this. And then you're like, holy mother of fuck. How does a man do this? I can't remember where we go in terms of the sport. Like, I literally will remember major other key points, but if it relates to the hockey, I have no idea. Sorry. I'm going in blind in that regard.
Yeah. I know, isn't
Yeah.
that cute? That
The
it was the
little-
girl that was getting abused. That girl,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which I'm like, good. She's getting her justice. You already know she's getting her justice.
She'd be like big strong. I just imagine like little mini me just be like.
It's so funny how he can give you such a small taste of a character and instantly you're like, oh, that's a favorite. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you just found out this little nugget about her and you're like, I love her.
She's great. I love her. The best.
But I think he also plays into that of we immediately connect to her because we do know that she's being abused and she's 4.
Yeah.
Anyone with a soul is going to go, I need to protect this little one with every fiber of my being. I would hope that that's how humanity is. I know there will be people that won't be, but like that's why we just go, yep, she's a new favorite because I am going to protect her for everything. Even though I know nothing about her, I will protect. I will die for that little one because, God, she's adorable. So,
Yep.
yes,
I'm excited.
I think this, from what I can remember, this is really about Beartown, right? Like the town is also a character.
Yeah.
He's done that really well. Whereas the next 2 expand a little bit more. It's not just about the town.
Okay.
It sounded like the second one's about the rivalry between
Yeah.
Head and Beartown.
Us
Makes
against
sense.
And
us against you.
it sounds like it gets a little crazy. Somebody might go a little too far.
That doesn't surprise me based on what we saw some of their behavior was like in the first book.
Mm-hmm.
And considering knowing that a lot of the star players have moved to Head.
Such assholes.
Yeah, fucking dick shits.
Such assholes.
Yes.
That's August
Yes.
book. Yes.
Oh man, I gotta do the pages.
I gotta figure out.
What one are we gonna delete? Or did we delete a big one so that it won't be a problem?
Didn't we delete something that made you cry? You couldn't delete it yourself. Did I delete?
Just
Lunar
go
Chronicles?
to the next oldest one. You know.
I think I deleted Lunar Chronicles, which I think is enough to cover if you put in another one.
Yeah.
I would try it first.
Yeah. Oh. Fun fact: we will be doing chapters 1 till 5 again.
Excuse me. Yeah, they're kind of some of them are short chapters.
How do we start off?
Don't tell me.
Uh-huh. Have you ever seen a town fall?
Oh, nice.
That's gonna give me the feels I get when my favorite hockey team plays a team I hate. I get so stressed and angry.
Yep.
I
Sounds like
did also appreciate the line that was like, "That's how wars are started." Because you go to defend one, and then like that's where you just build up the rivalry because
Yep.
you're just like, no, this is mine. I defend.
What's mine, even if I actually agree with it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm so excited to pick it up.
You got to be patient. You're going to Bali.
Fuck. I'm excited, but fuck. I just want to dive in. Let me get off subject because stuff that makes me cry and anxious. Did people go see Project Hail Mary? I see it's out on Prime now.
I saw it twice.
Very nice. Please go watch.
It's so good.
I am going to be watching Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes first.
I haven't seen that yet either.
Ash and I are watching it. I'm fucked for the when
Excuse me.
Sunrise comes out.
Sorry. Oh, I still haven't read it yet.
Well, not spoilers, but key information.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of vomiting in it.
Oh.
And Ralph Fiennes, who played Voldemort, who haunted my nightmares for many, many years, plays President Snow.
Yeah, he's great.
I'm a metaphomic.
Oh.
I will not be seeing this in the cinemas.
He's great at playing bad characters. He always does. He played that bad guy in Schindler's List, right? It was Schindler's List. He was the.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, he was the.
I've heard beautiful things about it, but yeah.
Well, he was the least beautiful character. He was sadistic, but he always seems to like playing really bad characters. Like evil characters.
And he does it well. He does it so.
He does.
Like he was in Red Dragon, which is like the first in the Hannibal Lecter series.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to read that.
I don't think I've watched it. I've read it, and I watched shorts, and I had a panic attack, so I decided that was not going to be a good one for me to watch.
It makes sense.
Yes.
Well, my lovelies, I'm getting really hungry.
Oh, good.
I'm really sleepy.
I'm really excited to be emotionally traumatized.
Well, all my yawning probably influenced you, Danielle.
Well, that, and I just had the week from hell.
Oh, me too.
Oh, dear.
Fist bump.
Yeah, poor Tech.
Bump my fist.
Yeah.
Bump. Fist my bump.
My bump. Fist my bump.
Fist
my bump.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm sorry you had the week from hell.
It was bad. Bad.
Sad.
One of my employees hit a baby deer yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Never fun. Are they okay? Like, is your employer, your person okay?
She's fine. The van was fine. It was just, sad, and then the amount of work that goes into something like that. Yeah. But it was sad. It was also just sad. Okay.
Alicia also had the week from hell.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for the chats. Until the next book, which you'll be reading with us, because you like this one. Wee-hee. It's been a long week. This was day 14 of work. Oh, my heart.
Man.
Alrighty. We will let you know when we decide what, who, where, how, when, and we'll see you for the next one.